Hello, hello. Welcome to Heal and Ascend Tarot. So I hope everyone's doing well. Today is going to be a pick a card reading. So this reading is going to be, what do you still need to heal? What do you still need to work on when it comes to your life right now? So just on your spiritual journey, your growth right now, you know, what are you not seeing? What are some areas of your life that you still need to work on, you still need to address, okay? Because sometimes we can go through our journey and just have a complete sort of, you know, I like to call them blind spots, where we think we're healed or we think we're good, but we're not in all areas, you know? Like sometimes there's areas that we're just not quite seeing, and sometimes we don't get to experience those lessons until we bump up to certain experiences that bring it up. And what I mean by experiences is usually triggers. So like normally if you get triggered by something, that's showing you an aspect that still needs a little bit of healing, still needs a little bit of work, because that's an area of your life where you're not yet free, okay? So we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So take a moment to see which pile is resonating with you most. If you want to book something personal, all of my information is down below. In fact, the extended readings that I do, there's a section of the reading where I do blockages, and it's kind of similar to this, okay? Like where I look at what's actually blocking you when it comes to your connection, or what's blocking you when it comes to just your life in general, like what's holding you back. So just in case you guys are interested. But let's take a look and see, okay? So I'm just going to put these to the side, and let's take a look. Okay, so if you chose this amethyst here, let's find out. What are you not seeing? What's blocking you right now? What do you still need to heal and work on? Okay, it probably won't be a super long reading. It's only 5 cards. But let's see. Ooh, meditation. Angel of Strength. Wow, we have meditation and mute. Adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Oh, okay, I love this reading already. So pile 1, if you chose this pile here, the message is really clear as to what do you still need to heal, what do you still need to work on, okay? So there's actually 2 core lessons here for you. So the first one is obviously needing to take some time to meditate. So you're needing to take some time to quiet your mind, to connect. You could be overthinking things too much. Maybe talking to people too much, trying to get other people's advice on things. But sometimes when we get advice from other people, it can kind of set us back, because that's, you know, advice from their perspective, because everyone is going to give you advice based on their level of understanding, and the best advice you can get is your own, right? It's your own intuition, but you can only really tap into that when you quiet your mind. So you need to take some time to be quiet. So you need to quiet the mind, but you also need to quiet your mouth too. I don't mean that in a rude way, but it's like sometimes we have to take the time to stop talking to other people, relax, go into hermit mode, and retreat, and just meditate, and, you know, stop the outer world for a little bit. Let that slow down so you can connect to your truth. So that's what you're needing to do right now in order to heal yourself. The other thing which is coming through really clear is we have the Angel of Strength and the Queen of Wands. And I always see the Queen of Wands as someone who's extremely confident. So what's blocking you right now is that you're not as confident as you could be. You're not as strong as you could be. And I'm really being called to say that sometimes we can act confident, you know, like sometimes we can give off the front that we're confident, but in reality we're not. So I feel like this could be what you're dealing with, where, you know, you might be trying to portray that you're confident, but is it a real stable confidence? Is it something that you've built from the ground up, or could it easily be blown over? Like, could it easily be, you know, destroyed with one little harsh criticism, you know? So I feel like you're really needing to focus on building your confidence, feeling good about yourself, not only physically, but mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Like this is embodying all areas of your life. Because again, going back to the kind of false confidence, sometimes, you know, we can put a lot of effort into the physical things in life, like our appearance, what we own, how we, you know, appear to others in terms of like our occupation, that kind of thing. And we can focus a lot on the this external stuff to get that validation. But are you really confident inside? You know, do you really love yourself? Are you really strong in your own knowing, your own wisdom? So I'm getting that there needs to be like a well-rounded confidence here with you, okay? And lastly, I'm seeing here that if you chose this pile, you've gone through a lot of challenges, you've gone through a lot of struggle, you've gone through a lot of pain, maybe even suffering here with the adversity card. And I feel like what you're needing to heal is your perspective on this. Because sometimes we look at challenges and we get defeated, you know? And it actually takes a toll on our confidence, it takes a toll on our self-esteem, but you're needing to reframe these challenges that you're currently going through in life, and you're needing to see them as opportunities to learn. You're needing to see that they're showing you areas in which you can strengthen yourself, you can grow more. So every time like a problem comes up in your life, or a challenge that you weren't expecting comes up, say, okay, wow, you know what is this teaching me? Right? Like, what is this teaching me right now? And when you reframe the situation in that way, it can be extremely helpful. And it can also just progress your journey along a lot faster, because you're letting go of any sort of resistance that could be accumulated through feelings of like guilt and shame and regret and all of those things. Because sometimes when we go through challenges, we can beat ourselves up over them. And I'm getting that you're needing to let go of that. You're needing to release that. And accept that this is an opportunity for you to learn. Okay? So if you chose this group, if you chose Pile 1, it's actually a pretty good message. I mean, I think it's from what I'm getting, you've learned a lot, and I feel like you're the kind of person that progresses very fast, okay? Like, you know, you learn something and it's like you learn it quick, you know? Some people take a long time to learn things, but I feel like you're the type of person that learns things quick, and it's not any different when it comes to your spiritual journey. Like, you leap forward. The reason why I'm saying that is because I see 25 to 50. It's like a jump. It's like, whoa, how did you get from 25 to 50? Like, I'm getting this energy where you take big strides forward. Like, where someone might take, you know, a year to learn some sort of a lesson, you'll learn it in like a month, you know? So you're a very quick learner, I feel. It's just a matter of these last few things that you're needing to deal with right now, which is like confidence, quieting the mind, and just reframing your challenges, okay? So that's Pile 1. So I do hope that this resonated. If you want to book something personal, my information's down below. But let's move on to Pile 2. So if you chose, this crystal here, this pink crystal, let's see. Okay, what do you still need to heal? What do you still need to work on? We have complicated, woman holding a coin. The answer is no. Failure, and the Four of Pentacles. Okay, interesting. There's a couple things here. I feel like the piles have been really clear. So the first thing that I'm getting has to do with money. It's gonna be different for every one of you. Some of you guys, okay, I'm getting two messages related to money. For some of you, you're too materialistic, you're too selfish. Like, I know that sounds really bad, but I'm trying to I like to be straight up in these readings, okay? Because Four of Pentacles is someone who can be like, mine, 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 you know, this is, you know, I've made this and I'm keeping this. Like, so for some of you guys, you're either like too materialistic and maybe selfish when it comes to your finances and that kind of thing. For some of you though, you spend too much. Like, Spirit is wanting you to save. Maybe you make a lot, but you spend a lot, you know? Like, I feel like there needs to be a balance when it comes to your finances. So take it how it resonates for you. Like, but what I'm getting is what you're still needing to heal, or what you're still needing to deal with, has to do with your finances. Now, the other thing could also be that you're needing to like get your financial situation in order. So maybe you know that you're struggling with money and that you need to like find a different job, or maybe you know that you need to ask for that promotion or whatever it is. So take it how it resonates for you. Some of you guys, maybe you spend too much, maybe you're too materialistic, but for some of you guys, like, you know that you need to progress when it comes to your career and your finances. So again, it's a general reading, so definitely just, you know, take it how it fits. But that's the first thing that you're needing to heal. So this could also be related to the root chakra, okay? So when our root chakra is balanced, things like our money, we have no problem handling it, allowing it in. So if you're struggling like when it comes to finances and that kind of thing, I would take a look at the root chakra, because that's related to safety, security, and also like the material world, okay? The other thing that I'm seeing here is rejection. For those of you who picked this pile, you've been rejected. Maybe it was recently, maybe it was in the past, maybe it was in your childhood. But you've been really rejected and you haven't let this go. And I think you've actually developed a belief about yourself that you're a failure. Okay, we have the failure card here. And we have complicated. So the complicated card is telling me that you take this belief of being a failure where someone rejected you and you bring it into every new situation. So you bring it into your job, you bring it into your friendships, you bring it into your romantic relationships. And when you expect the worst, you get the worst, right? Self-fulfilling prophecy. So what you're needing to heal is the belief that you're a failure because you're not. And if you had someone in your life who made you feel that way, or maybe even someone, I just heard that someone's parent told them they were. So that's really interesting, and that's, I'm sure, really painful to have that, you know, have a parent tell you that, because it's like you have to look, you know, you look up to your parents to give you love and support. Now that's not for everyone, that could just be for one or two people, but I just heard someone's parent actually specifically said the words, "You're a failure." I don't know who was that. I'm getting a father figure, but it doesn't have to be, okay? Oh, I wonder who that was for. I'm really sorry, like, if that is you, because I'm getting a strong message here about this is not true. So whoever is taking on this belief that you're a failure, or that this feeling of rejection, you have to release this, because it's blocking your healing right now, and it's complicating your life. Because, and this could even be related to money too, for those of you who are needing to like ask for that promotion or stand up for making more money, that kind of thing. It could be that there's a self-sabotaging energy because you feel like a failure, you know, and it's affecting your work life as well. Because whatever belief we carry forward is going to be projected into the world, right? Like whatever we believe about ourselves will be reflected back to us. So this is blocking and hindering your healing. This is what you need to heal. And I feel like for some of you guys, this is a belief that you've been afraid to let go of. Like sometimes we hold on to beliefs that are painful, but they're comfortable. They keep us safe, you know? Because if you, for instance, for this example here with the failure, if you believe you're a failure and you tell it to yourself first, then essentially you're protecting yourself from anyone else saying it. Because if you say it first, then it's like, okay, you have the jump start. And then if anyone else says it, it's like, well, you know, I already knew I was, kind of thing. And it kind of could save you from, I'm saying save you from like potential rejection, if that makes sense. It's like you just kind of tell yourself the negative thing before someone else can. So this needs to be released, this energy, because this is not true. And I keep getting told to say to whoever this is who's dealing with this, I keep getting told to say, it's not true. It's not true. Whatever belief you have, whether it's like you were rejected, you don't feel that you're enough, you feel like you're a failure, it's not true. Really take that in right now, okay? It's not true. And you're needing to heal that, because right now you feel like it is true and it's affecting other areas of your life, okay? That was pile 2. That's what I have for you guys. So I do hope that this reading was helpful. As always, if you want to book something personal with me, my information's down below. I do also have a self-love course. So for those of you who are watching these readings right now, the self-love course can be really helpful for you on progressing with your journey, because we talk about triggers, we talk about healing yourself, letting go of these limiting beliefs, right? This is a huge limiting belief. So if you are interested in doing your own work, there's worksheets there that you can print off, you can journal, there's lots of assignments in the course that can help you progress on your journey. But that's what I have for you, okay? So let's take a look at pile number 3. And feel free to take a look at multiple piles if you want, okay? There's always lots that we can work on. So this is pile number 3. Oh, let's see. So if you chose this crystal here, it's kind of grayish, green, navy-ish crystal. Let's see, what do you need to heal? What do you need to work on still? We have oath. We have door to spirit. Deception. Indecision. Wow, 7 of Swords and deception. Okay, give me a second with this one. It's like, this is interesting. Because we have the indecision. It says, I use my intuition in all aspects of my life, which is like related to the door to spirit. but this deception could be blocking your intuition. Let's see. Give me a moment with this pile, okay? What are you still needing to heal? Okay, it's coming through. Okay, so for those of you who chose pile number 3, this is an interesting one. You are drawn to people who are deceptive. So, I'm just gonna say this right now. I don't know what you guys know about when it comes to like research on certain types of people. Now, I don't like to label people, but sometimes I find that labeling can help to discern what is right for you and what's not right for you. I don't think that people should be categorized in labels. Like, I feel like it's very limiting, and people, you know, because if you label someone, then it's kind of like, well, they're stuck that way, but it's not true, because everyone can grow and change. But for the purposes of this reading, you could have a attraction or a like, what's the word? You're drawn to people who could be on the cluster B personality type, okay? Very deceptive. They lie, they cheat, they're just not honest, they're deceptive. Like, there's just a deceptive energy. And the reason why I say cluster B is because there's a whole bunch of people in that cluster. So that's antisocial personality disorder, that's narcissistic personality disorder, that's borderline personality disorder. And like I said, I don't really like to label, because I just feel like it can be, you know, you don't want to like put people in boxes and make them feel like they can't change. However, sometimes you have to look at the reality of the situation for what it is, for your own growth and your own healing. And I'm getting here that you probably had a parent who was like this, and you are most likely someone who is an empath or a codependent. Reason why I say that is because we have the Oath card. Okay, you're the type of person who probably learned at a very young age to devote yourself to this parent who was not healthy for you, or this parent who maybe wasn't honest with you, or this parent who wasn't really able to be there for you. So now, as you grow older, you're very, you make these sort of you make these oaths, or you become very devoted to people who deceive you. And the reason why, it's like, not like you're intentionally doing it. You're not going to walk into a situation and go, oh, this person's a liar and a cheater, I'm going to give my all to them. It's on a subconscious level, right? And the reason why you're not seeing this in the beginning is because your intuition is blocked because of either like empath or codependency, okay? So like, there's nothing wrong with being an empath, but oftentimes I think empathy, strong empathy can come from codependency, because you learn as a child to be very like to tiptoe around your parents, and you learn how to kind of figure out what they're doing and work like mold to whatever they needed you to be. So you almost do this with your relationships as well. So you're not seeing things yet. Like, it's like, I'm getting here, what you're still needing to heal is you're still needing to walk down this door to spirit. You're still needing to evolve so that you can listen to your intuition clearly, because your intuition right now is blocked. And actually, what's interesting is what blocks our intuition is our attachments, egoic attachments. But I always call it like the attachment style. So if we have an unhealthy attachment style, that can block our intuition, which means that we can go into situations that in the beginning might seem like, wow, this is like the perfect person. But in reality, it's actually our inner child picking. And I talk about that in the self-love course that I have, because oftentimes those relationships where you go into it and you think, oh my gosh, this is my person, right? You think like, whoa, why do I feel this strong attraction? Oftentimes it's your inner child saying, this person is gonna hurt me exactly the way my parent did. Now, you're not consciously aware of that, but subconsciously that's what happens. So in the self-love course, I talk about that, and I talk about how to heal that, how to connect to your intuition again, so you can start attracting in healthy, conscious relationships, right? And that's really the work. If you're looking to attract in your soulmate, your twin flame, like, that's the work. So anyways, if you guys are interested, I do have the information down below, but that's what I'm kind of getting if you chose this pile. Like, what are you still needing to heal? You're still needing to heal this attraction or this draw to people who hurt you, or people that deceive you, or people that lie to you, because you have this strong oath. It's like, no matter what people do to you, no matter how many times they hurt you, you just stay there, right? And it's not something to judge yourself for, it's something to have compassion for, because it's how you learned how to cope as a child, because if you didn't do that, you wouldn't have survived as, excuse me, wow, throat chakra, I have the Palo Santos literally coming into my mouth, but you wouldn't have survived as a child, right? So you're needing to have compassion for yourself and say, hey, this is what I did to survive and I'm still doing it, but it's time to let it go, right? Because what worked as a child isn't working now. So that's the big one here, if you chose Palo 3, okay? I think this is a lesson probably for a lot of Divine Feminine. So if you're a Divine Feminine watching this, this is probably for you for sure, because I think this is like really one of the core like distorted paradigms that sort of needs to be broken out of, okay? So anyways, I hope this resonated. If you want to book a personal reading, my information is down below, and as well as access to the courses, okay? So I'm sending you absolute love and light, and I wish you all of the best on your journey. Take care.